Welcome to today's episode. Today I want to talk to you about the differences between hybrid cloud strategies from the three major cloud providers. Now when you think of hybrid, many of you maybe think, you know what, I can do hybrid with any cloud provider, and you wouldn't be wrong. However, there's an easy way of doing things and there's a much more complicated way of doing things. You can fix a lot of things with no tools, but it makes it much easier if you have the right tools to actually fix it. Now, the biggest difference already starts in the definition. We have, for example, AWS, who clearly states, you know what, there was a need for hybrid cloud after years of denying it, and now they launched the Outpost that they put out there that allows you basically to have a good hybrid cloud environment or adds you an additional layer of consistency to have your hybrid cloud. That competes obviously with Azure Stack Hub from Microsoft, which is in the market I think for 2 years by now. And it's similar, but it's also different because one can run fully disconnected, the other one has always to be connected, but that goes too much into the weeds. But that's pretty much it. When we listened to the AWS reInvent keynote last year, it was clear that the CEO tried not to mention the word multi-cloud, not even one single time. When we look at Google, who launched Anthos last year in spring, which is a really good solution to manage your Kubernetes cluster, specifically if it's JKEs, anywhere. Could be in any cloud provider, can be in your own premises, but it can also be at the edge. So they already take a much broader approach, but they have a single individual bet on containers. Now when we look at Microsoft, we see they have a really broad portfolio. There is the Azure Stack family, where you have basically integrated hardware, where you can have Azure Stack Hub, cloud consistent infrastructure that you take on premises or disconnected in your cruise ship or wherever you need it. You have Azure Stack HCI for your branch offices or retail. And then they have Azure Stack Edge, which is literally built with intelligence on the edge in mind, that you can process those data and use AI interference right there where you collect the data. Then they have Azure Arc, which is a software solution, if you will, that extends the management layer to Azure to any infrastructure. Could be any cloud, could be your on-premises, your hosters, and so on. It's actually a pretty smart move, and I do have 2 other episodes where I talk about it, because the other scenario Arc unlocks is to bring services from Azure to any infrastructure. One episode I did is deploying basically SQL DBMI and Azure Data Pass Service onto AWS, but you could also basically deploy it on your own premises. And then they have IoT, where they do a lot of things around IoT Hub, IoT Central. And around all of this, Microsoft provides you the tools for identity, security, end-to-end, but also the development tools and processes that you really can be agile, write any app for anywhere, deploy it wherever you want. Now, just to recollect, why Anthos? There's a lot of hype around Anthos or Outpost, is because we believe that many of you have a way more complex environment than may even looks at the first time. You may have a multi-cloud strategy, but you may not. You may just happen to end in a multi-cloud place because another department bought a different cloud than the first department who bought it, and so on. And that's not going anyway, most likely. So we want to really be sure that whatever was the technology choices you made, Microsoft wants you to help you to use that. And when you think about the Kubernetes basically strategy saying all things are Kubernetes, that sounds really great. One day we believed all things going to be VMs, but we still have mainframes around. I still haven't had the chance to meet one in person, but I know they're still there. A lot of them actually. And so at the same place, VM's not going anywhere anytime soon. There's a lot of things that are maybe going to be migrated. A lot of new stuff is going to be on containers. But don't forget, you're always going to have PaaS services, SaaS services, and there is Anthos at this point doesn't do anything for that. Microsoft has solutions that help you to manage through Intune and through all these partnership connections all the way to Salesforce, which is way bigger than just Kubernetes. So again, just on a very high level, AWS, clear story, it's AWS plus Outpost now. Google says, hey, if you do containers, great solution for you. And then you have Microsoft, who really tries to provide you the tools for whatever you need for your environment, so that whatever was the technology choice you made over here in the past, that you can take advantage of hybrid cloud, take advantage of existing investments, let's say on-premises or at the edge that you want to leverage, or because you need, because of data regulatory requirements and so on. So really think about it. At one place you get a full toolbox to fix whatever you need to fix, and on the two other things they're really good if you have a specific scenario in mind that you want to fix. And that really shows you the difference, or why Microsoft sometimes claims that they were hybrid from the beginning, is because through the history of working with customers so many years in the on-premises world, we understand something about this complexity, and we know it's impossible to just say, hey, there's this one path going forward, and if you follow this path, you know, we got a great solution for you. So keep that in mind when you are faced with hybrid implementation, hybrid adoption, hybrid cloud, if it's by design, if it's by choice, if it's constant, or if it's just a temporary state. Remember, there are key differences between the cloud provider, and don't shy away. Reach out to me if you have any questions. And I also look forward to your feedback if you feel like I forgot something, or if you think there's actually a very good hybrid solution from somebody else out there, from any of the three major cloud providers. Let me know. Look forward to it. Otherwise, again, ping me. Thank you for watching and have a beautiful day.